Hello and welcome back to Transport 2, where we are on, yes, a horse and cart going to Winterfell. I will also mention this, at some point I might be having a phone call while I'm doing this episode, so this episode might end abruptly. If it does, I'll do another episode. If it doesn't, it won't. Or not, I don't know. It depends on how much I then forget about time-wise. Anyway. And that is all because at some point I'm expecting it could be just an email to be honest, or a phone call on when I to start a job. Because yes, I will be starting at some point. So yes, so overall videos will go down a bit. Anyway, so we've got 27 grand because I've literally spent ages getting money in. So let's get on to this here because we're going to go straight to Silent Hill first. It will probably be the easiest line to build. Or the other thing is a big massive or here. Could we look for one of these requirements which can go bang bang? But that's a short distance, that'd be a truck, whatever. But a decent trip of a stone or iron or coal to a steel factory. Or should I just try and get this done? Doubled. As it were, because, yeah, they do slightly struggle. Up and down the hill. So they lose money by the time they actually get back up here type of thing. So in other words, we could probably get another stuff at one train because it does make money. You know what? Actually, I might leave that for now and wait until we can get a bit better powerful loco instead of a Fairly's Patient, which is actually struggling up the hill. And let's go on to a bit of a passenger run between Silent Hill and Winterfell, and then potentially trying to get it down to Aegis 7, which will eventually lead on to Salzburg down here. So, a 3-station special. And obviously somehow that's going to then need to eventually get over to Edinburgh. Somehow. Be about here, I think the station might have to be. So yeah, we're going to have to build a road. That road can go away. The station probably ain't going to be cheap. Especially because I'm doing all this. Right, I can go down there. Anyway. So I'm using... Yeah, it does make a difference on price tags. So yeah. So the autosave stopped me doing that. And then up in the loveliness of Silent Hill, up here, I'm just going to build a straight bit of road that way and a straight bit of road that way. Because with the plan that I am doing, yes, double track is probably better off being there. And then for now, at least, down here can be back to being a single bit of road. Road platform. That isn't all I want. That is. For now, anyway. Because I might end up changing it in the future. That's going to be the hard bit. This one won't be. No to counter it. So 95 will be fine because we're in and out of a station, so doesn't matter too much. And time to get it up the hill, which ain't going to be cheap. The road can go away as well. Actually, if I just do as the crows flies, it will be a very long tunnel. And thus on console we can't actually make it that far. But it will be a very long bridge. So, I'm going to probably have to have some fun with a helix. To keep it at somewhat decent speed. And then hopefully that's going to be a flat level crossing. Very little Jigglypuffs, that's fine. And now come straight down. Like I said, this ain't going to be cheap. And Jigglypuff Create's going to have a bridge there no matter what. $300 that way, 1,000 that way. We'll go into a tunnel. Keep going downwards because it's cheaper to be in a tunnel than not. And hopefully, let's see, where are we? We're underground still. We should be just a bit more perfect. That should be fine. I'm going to try and minimise a bridge as much as possible. That is not connected, brain. Game. Thank you. So yeah, that's not the best, but it will have to do. For now. And yes, like I said, we're doubling it up from the get-go. But it doesn't mean I'm putting 2 trains straight on it. The likelihood will be there will only be 1 train from the get-go. Because, yeah, we won't be able to really do much. So we've already burnt through a lot of the money. So getting it down to ages ain't going to be easy. That road can also be deleted. Long burnt. So we've already blown a lot of the money. Go down. Go. Thank you. It's going to have to be a tunnel. There is not any option for that. I'm making certain that it's still going downhill. But it can slightly... I don't want another tunnel. Anyway. What I don't want is a bridge. So yeah, little bits. Slope is now apparently too steep. And then this line will probably get rebuilt in the future. As most of the work is done regarding the building side of things. Just so I'm aware that's probably going to be like that in the future. We'll do that. And why not for here? Let's do it in the middle. Let's do it on this plat here. Make a small line there, and I'm going to build the depot as I speak, type of thing. So that's at least done. And now let's go and do the signals along the track, so it's at least done. No signals in the tunnel, as much as possible, because I'm not a fan of doing that. And yeah, there was generous gaps. I will say there's one mod I wouldn't mind having on console, and that's actually an auto signal mod, which I have seen is on PC. On Steam versions, anyway. Because that would be a very good mod in some respects for us on console. If you don't like the heights, don't look down. It's probably an understatement on those bits. It's not ideal to do that, but it's the easiest and cheapest option. So this will technically be the first main line we've got in the game on us, for us, so perfect. Yeah, I know I don't have to put signals at stations, but I do because I like it. Anyway. The next one that I should have done was one way U and one way U. And while I'm here, force it one way there as well, just so it doesn't have a fit at any point. I'm going to speed time up a bit while we do this to try and recuperate the money again. So there, you can't get back. Yes, I know you can't. No, you can't. So at least that's done. So that is, what, Aegis 7, which I can't remember what I called it now. AG7, I think. It was 2 winter. Yeah, it's that, but I'm gonna do that. Just so it doesn't have the swear word, obviously showing it. Anyway. So, while we are now going to wait for money to recuperate, actually what we'll do is we'll do the train first, and then I'll get the road done, as the train will cost the most expensive. There's no new mods yet, but there is at some point. There will be. So you're $3 grand, $2 grand, $1 grand, $2 grand. Should I use the Atlantic? So 100k. Have we got? Not really. We haven't really got any suitable coaches. Three will do. And get going. So we've got $2 grand to burst on public transport. So straight and simple. Up that up a bit for size. Put that there. So there's bus stops there, bus stop there. I'm going to put a bus stop down here and here. And then That's a straight road up there. Do that. And do that. There, so hopefully you don't actually reach up to there. Well, that bus stop will reach there anyway. And actually better do that road onto there then. As well. Yes, it's one long bus route. So from there, right, we'll go to there, to there, to there. Then we'll go to the town. To there. And then around to there. Then we'll head back that way. And finishing off at that point there. So it goes pretty much everywhere. In town, anyway. So ages 7 bus. Yeah, that's what I wanted to bring. That's how there's a depot up there. And while we're here, we will also give it a bit more of an up-to-date vehicle. So, that will only be 17 years old. 7 years, so, apparently. So I'll use a post on it and get 4. And straight onto that bus route. So for down here, I'm not putting it there, I'm going to give it a little gap there. Mainly because I don't want to see it do one of those hideous turnarounds. We're going to buckle in our road. That'll go straight down the lane. Use up here as a turnaround point. So bus stop up there. This new set of coaches unlocked. So there, and then oh, and there's only one bus stop there. That might help. There and then back to there again. So that is Silent. Silent Hill bus, which can now have its own depot. Which I'm going to put out of town just so it's got a little bit of space. Let's use the ducks, why not? I'm going to say 4 again. Just so there's a decent number of buses around. And finally, all those people already at Winterfell. They're going to be waiting for a while. We're going to put the bus stop in without bulldozing someone's house there. Stop there and stop there, which will cover most of the town anyway. Bus stop there and bus stop there, so it covers anyone from that half of town. Likewise with up here. This one will be the only bus which will get pretty much a backwards forwards loop on it. Pretty much. Is there a depot nearby? No, there's not. So that is winter. NT winter film bus, which is actually in the north of the map as well, so it kind of goes correct to Aussie Game of Thrones. If you didn't know what this is actually about, this town is named after. Once in out of town. I'm coming over to town so I can actually see what I'm doing. 2, 3 and 4 again, because 4 is always a lucky number. So we just want visible only. So you're the railway line. You, my friend, visible only, can finally be sold and trashed. Likewise, with what we got here, yeah, that one there, and sold and trash. So hopefully that will instantly chuck people onto the main bus route, which it does, somewhat. This could do with a slight upgrade actually, because I'm gonna probably not look to upgrade them yet. 9 is the most, I think. Yeah, it is. So I'll use the Mac. And I'm going to actually clone 3 of them. They've come out from down here as well. And the bus at Salzburg could do with an upgrade as well while we're at. And I've got a sneeze coming. So if I pause all of a sudden, you know why. Let's clone 2 of them as well. Because that will help big time. And I don't think the road in the game's going to connect that up on its own self without me doing it. So I will do it. That has actually changed a lot. Anyway. How long am I going to leave these in service, I wonder? Because I remember one, not last map, one of them. Was it the last one? Yeah, it might have been the last one when we had the Asian map. They lasted for quite a while. Then noticed that they were still in service. These could probably do with an upgrade. So there's 18 vehicles on this line as well. Whew. Cargo. So what are they? They might be that there. So that's 5 with a top speed of 20. Yeah, why not? We'll upgrade those to a bit more modern vehicles so they can get around a bit quicker. And they'll be able to carry a lot more as well. That's handy that some of them now decide to go back up there. Anyway. Some which I could do is actually do that. Or you stop number 4. So 5. So 3 can go straight down here. then back up to there. And for temporary, it can use both sides. So it actually goes to the station as well. Don't know why it just didn't do that, but there. Or should I have done it afterwards? No. That'd be fine, I think. Doing it like that. Because, yeah, it will be. I hope, anyway. So, with that being the case, of that now being used, I'm just going to have a quick peep at some of the other areas. And yes, I'm talking about industrially. To find you're too close to be able to make money. We can get one to travel down there. That will make us a bit of money. So, into freight. Dead end, please. So I'm going to have to... I'm going to leave it at 160 for now. Hopefully that's close enough. If it's not, I will be ashamed. Good. And then down to here. Oh, man, that one. It will be that type of platform, because it can be. I'm going to do a crossing, which I don't like to do, which is flat crossing. So the freight line does have a hump in it for now, but there. As long as it doesn't gorge, it's going to be cheap. The fun thing is, it's also pretty straight. So there's a little bridge there. I can probably get that bridge out of the equation by turning it slightly around like that. Oh yeah. So I'm going to probably say 2 trains. So we're probably going to need a passing point. So I'm going to do a traditional 2-track point like that, and then do it like that, just so I can see that I've future-proofed myself, not into a hole type of one. Signal there, and a signal up there. Just to help things move. One in the middle. There won't be a state signal there then. And then, what I'm going to also do that. It's going to be a very sharp corner. As trains are coming out of the depot, it won't matter too much. It's probably a floating bit of continually there. It's not. Get that one to you. But now this is when I'm going to do something with these 2 brackets here. If loads available, full any, full load all. And I'm going to bunk that up to pretty much 10 minutes. But then go into this and just go to that. So it can only ever, obviously, load or unload those 2. What are we technically? This is Berlin, apparently. So Berlin, and I'll put iron. Iron mine. 2. One button. That one. LV. 3. Let me just put still. Still works, why not? That'll do. And actually what I might do is put a signal down here just so the train can come out of the way. Put a signal there and a signal there. Perhaps I should have put a signal somewhere down here as well. So that will be the start of double whatever. No, stop it. I'm just going to do that and get rid of that point there. That one there and that one there. Signal there. And I'm going to dump a one-way signal there and there. And then signal that up there. And as we've only got one train running on that line at the moment, a signal there and a signal there at the moment. Anyway. So that's future-proofed anyway. Because once again, it doesn't mean I'm going to run 2 chocos on it straight from the start. And I'm going to do the 75 for this. So go European. And let's see what we've got. So 90, we can only do 65 of those. 80 of that. 50 of those. So we can't do that first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 perhaps? So was it 160 I said? For the capacity, the T, didn't I? So you're 12 versus you are 8. Don't mind me mixing it up, do you? Try and get a little bit more out of that, and up to 100. Say that'll do. So one train from now can go. And that will start filling that up down there. As soon as it wants to, but don't know when that will be. Yes, I could have done that, but that's a shorter distance. You would not have made much money from doing that. Oh yeah, they're the modded wagons, aren't they? That's why they're rattling like that. So, are they actually producing yet? No. Because for some strange reason, you haven't called for... Jesus, there's a lot on this map. For anything yet. Apparently your level is also half of them anyway. Suppose we can always try and get the call done. Dumped into while we're at it. No, what? Why not? Wasn't planning on doing it. Cool. Can come down to... When's your next ship due? Because I could use that instead. That's still not manufacturing. Oh, its production's gone up. None on the platform yet, though. Hello, autosave. You know what? No, let's go direct to the business itself. So 600 is the cost. Go on up a bit more. Thank you. So, where's the closest depots anyway? One's up there. They're not far. Close, are they? Anyway. So from you up to, not you, to you. And once again, from number 2 just load. Cool up. Just to unload. And number 2, full load all. Maximum stop time 10 minutes. I say 10 minutes instead of unlimited, just so at least it does move with whatever's available. Because there's not much point of doing it without that. So where is a ship depot gone to? There's one up here. I'm going to bring myself down here, it's easier. So cargo, what we got here? So I'm not going to cheat myself to say 100 plus anyway. But I do want a large ship, so 70. So we'll go for that one there, which is 786. Please tell me you're not now. Oh, have I done that completely wrong? Yes, I have. Whoops. You unload at 1. Just keep going. That one there is full, and that one there is maxed. I did that wrong. That's the reason why it wasn't working. You were probably all screaming at me in the comments for that one. Give me the depot. Well, we're down there again. So we do make the money. Bosch and line 1. Need to name that line now. And that will be cool. So it makes in one direction, but it should make a decent amount. LV 223. And that's what it will need to be. I'm curious on this one. Do LV 426 have I put any ships in which are passenger ships? Yes. Do they make money? That is a flippin' no, they do not. Well, I suppose it is one every 41 minutes, so. Let's see here. Can I select a passenger upgrade for you? Because what you are that, and actually, if I do, I'm going to have to configure that. And put a cargo passenger stop there and there. That is large. And you're large up there anyway, so that's handy. So that and that place. Do I go for the Durham Castle again? Or do I go for something that will prioritise, obviously, passengers over anything else? And actually be a bit better off. Let's go for a bit better off. And then clone it. So to make it a little bit more desirable to the people. So 28 minutes, because... yeah, that's probably actually more quicker to go via the road still. So I want you, though, to go not... you're going to King's. You're going that way, that's fine. So hopefully that will split them up decently. You are a small dock. Where's the dock gone to there? You are, though, a big dock here. But you go into the small dock area there. Actually, you're on your way in, so I'm going to allow you to drop off and pick up. As you so wish. Pause. Configure. Time to demolish the small dock. Cargo. Put a big dock on it. The lag is starting up. Yippee-doo. What I'm going to do is put one dock one side and put one dock the other side. Just so it stops people sharing constantly. So you go on to one and you go on to two. So hopefully that should do a bit better off. And you, my friend, could do with not enough money. Quality. So they can keep throwing the cargo away for temporary. And you, my friend, are coming into dock, aren't you? So get that 70 bits of cargo. And get out of it. I'm pausing it because it's easy to do. So I wish that would all put it in there, but I don't think it does. And cargo. Dump. Thank you. Pause it. Unpause. Get going again. I won't touch that route just yet. Oh, you're full. Good. Anyway. Are they seriously the only large oil tankers we've currently technically got? 100, yeah. How much are they? 70? How much are they roughly then? 1,000. So you are the one. Well, that one there is the busy ship, so we probably need some more vehicles on it. 29 minutes is better off than it was actually. But it still probably could do with a little bit more movement. Where are we here going, my friend? Up to here. Very bad, you're just a small ship, that's the only problem. So, do I say sayonara to what is there? Because it's 1 to 1. You the ship that's going up there as well. Because you've not got that much on you, so there's not much point of actually putting a bigger ship on you at the moment. So I'm going to leave it. Down to that reason, there's not much point of putting more on it if there's not going to be too much travel on it. Where's that iron mine gone to? Stone. Stone. Oh, good, they're full every time now. Aren't they? Oh, perfect. You've got a full ship every time as well, so clone. I'm gonna get the ship going beforehand because then it's easier. But I'm gonna allow that train to tutor out of her. So that can get up. I'm gonna allow that to get going a little bit. There is someone making a total noise outside. Anyway. Hello, Autosave. Hopefully that boat came out from up there. Nice jungle too. So, vehicles, and get you up there a little bit more. Oh yeah, it's about £5,000 or something. So how much do you make? You're making £1,000. Oh, you're making a decent amount of cash. So about 5 grand or something. Look. You are making a decent amount of cash already. And you're not going that far. And you can probably, you're carrying, is that 800 in it? 100 versus just a bit less, so. Can we deliver that still somewhere? Hello, you, the first electric locomotive in the game. Before we do, actually, and I want to know where all these are. So you're down here. You're there. You're here. Which is already in use. You're up there. Which Winterfell could do with badly. So, it is that data layer. That bridge. Just. You know what? I'm going to get that factory going and delivering before I end. So I'm going to put a dock, not like that. Do it like that then, because I can't do it any other way. And then we'll go into that, not waypoints, road, and you. So if I remember rightly, we probably need, I'm going to say that as a space because it's going to deliver frequently. Well, not frequently, but every so often. Make a nice bend up there, and then a nice bend up to there. So we do need to get timber in, but yeah. Is there any fresh ones around here we can quickly nip? Not really. But we can get the steel going up there at least. From here to here. I'll get the ship going, then I'll get the could I? No, because that's already been nipped there, isn't it? So, because I'm tempted to say, could I get the ship back up here? Just nip it here on the way back. Line 1. After being at Winterfell, it to not deadhead technically the whole way down. And take some callback with it. So your LV 223 still to works to Winterfell to Winterfell docks for this, just it's easier. And I'm not going to, I'm just going to zoom in on that so I can see it only. So Winterfell, I'm not going to tell it to wait for a full load, but here I will. But I'm not going to tell it to wait for 10 minutes. It will only be 5 minutes. Only call that. There. Can you do whatever? Actually, you don't unload there. And you can do both there. Just as it makes it a tad easier. I hope. And you're done. So I don't need to change the name. And depot. I will pick, for now, that ship again. Get going. And then from here, we'll go from there to there. There to there. I do it twice. And hopefully it's only doing one stop that side. Good. The reason why I'm doing that is the first time it's here, it can actually unload whatever. Anyway, the first time it will only load back, and then the second time it will only unload, pick up that. Just so it segregates itself slightly and does that. And both these times there, it will use both sides. Just so it gets it around a little bit more. So, Winterfell Machines Factory. Lovely. I will cheat and use that depot up there. Yeah, I want cargo. So we want one that can carry all. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say 6, so it's 3 on each side, hypothetically. So can I just cheat myself to some lumber? From here as well, which has to be a small ship though, painfully for now. And actually, if they ever want machines, they can get it straight to the road delivered. LV, once again, LV, this won't be that, will be docks. Not that, docks. To Winterfell. Give me that farm. Food factory's about to disappear. Where are we? We're up here somewhere. So they're all large, aren't they now, technically? And your class is... Oh no, you're not. Your class is small. Well, now I will just use one of those and get that going. So that should hopefully split stuff up eventually. So yeah, run bunt actually. Why not? I'm gonna expand that dock slightly, just so there's 2 docks on it. That is a small one, isn't it? Yeah. So it splits them up slightly. Puts you onto one. All the rest can be on its own, then it's... That won't do stuff straight away. It will probably start doing stuff as soon as they dock. So it's still not chucking anything onto that route yet. It soon will. As soon as that starts doing that, how long have we been going for? Almost an hour, so start wrapping up at some point. Go on, ask for stuff. No, not you. It's not actually asking for stuff yet. So unless I've set this up wrong. Unless I set this up wrong. Let me have a look. So you take steel and you are taking number. Good. They're up here now anyway, so that's good. Still not asking for any. Today would be nice, matey, to ask for stuff. So, right, these lines here, can you pause before I stuff anything up? Can you never ask for anything except that, please? So that should be taken into here and used. So hopefully that number is now going down, which is a good thing. Check your rate is 447. There's a big gap there. How old are you? You're all very bad. Can I cheekily upgrade you quickly? And I can replace you with what you've got on you already. I will clone 5 more, which should help out slightly better off. Right, that's now getting stuff there. Good. Then come back up to Winterfell. Stop bang in the middle of town. You to you. Winterfell machines delivery. And finally, we'll get them going. You won't see them operating, but they're in. So 1, 2, I'm going to say 4. And get going. Anyway. Before we go anywhere, what's this train doing? Oh, it's not bad, doing that bad actually. Yes, it's struggling up a hill, but where are we? We're there. "17 minutes. You know what? Last thing I'm doing, get another one out. Anyway. So, I'm going to leave it here then, guys. So, thank you very much for watching. What I'm going to do is I will allow the recording to pretty much end itself. So, when it hits 59 minutes and 54 seconds for me, but it will probably say on YouTube, bang on an hour. Anyway, so once again, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one as well. So don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I always do it at the end for some stupid reason. Perhaps I should do it at the start as well. Anyway, I will sign off and have a lovely ride on the Atlantic for a little trip. It won't be a long one, but there. One might do actually. It is a bit of fun. So it looks back at the loco instead. So, thank you very much for watching. Oh, Mark to Silent Hill. Anyway, so, yep, thank you very much for watching and have an awesome day. Goodbye. We go through this without having a phone call.